Well, what's going on, folks? So we made some changes in the last couple of weeks. The rice is ready to harvest, so all my sheds down here have all my hay stuff. I self-paid for this building. Let's see which. By logging all this out, and so yeah, I logged it all out, used the money for that to pay for everything, pay for the building. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. I had several meetings with the historical board now that I'm on it. So all these walls are protected because they're so old, but there's a clause for agriculture that the gates can be removed in portions of the walls to allow access to farm equipment, but 95% of the wall must remain. So I was able to take out a section of this wall. I haven't done any of the other ones yet, but you know what, let me just show you what else is going on. We'll just take a trip. So additional work was done on some other historical sites. These guys petitioned for a little touristy kiosk type of thing for people coming here. The board approved it. Nothing new there. Where's this other end? I gotta find this other spot. There was another building that was on this historical site. So I got a stipend. Yeah, down here. This is kind of cool. I gotta show you this. Somebody down here. Just one car to the parkway off the road. So we put in the parking lot. Archaeologists were digging around down here, looking at this place. They discovered all the tile and whatnot. It's nothing much more there. We put lights in. But they were out wandering around down here, and they discovered, they were just kind of exploring and digging away, and they found this path. So they kept cleaning it off, seeing where it went. Cleaning it off, cleaning it off, cleaning it off. And lo and behold, they discovered there used to be a farm building of sorts down here. They're not real sure, but the two wagons were down here, and then there's this stone ring with this kind of they're not real sure what it's not even Scottish. So they ain't real sure. So they asked if they could put an observation deck in. I said, well, sure. So there's a little observation deck in here. People can come down here and look out. They paid for it all, so I didn't have to pay for any of it. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. So I get a stipend from their equivalent of the National Park Service for making these improvements and allowing access to tourists. So yeah, it benefits the tourism industry, and I get a small stipend every month. And my one shed I had up here, so we gotta do this one yet. What the hell? We gotta do this one yet. They're approving the plan for it. The archaeologists have got to do some more work, but that one will be another one we'll get a stipend on. But my little shed here, apparently it's older than people thought. So archaeologists took a look at it. So it's now a tourist location. And again, I got a little stipend. The other thing they asked me, well, they didn't ask me, they came and told me. I never paid attention to this when I came up here because it was that first day, but there's a cattle pasture here. Apparently the previous owners had put this in and never got a permit for it, so they weren't allowed to use it. Well, they protested that this was originally an agricultural area for the castle, and of course they sold it all before everything got resolved. Well, it got resolved. I can now put cattle in here, and I can mow this meadow. I can't plant grass, but I can mow and hay this meadow. That's a hell of a steep curve, but hey, it's additional hay. So that's kind of cool. And our other site up here, where's it at? Oh wait, there's another. That's down over here. Right there. It's down. Yeah, you gotta go down over here. I'm cutting across, but hey. So this is a walking trail slash. They're allowing cars up to here, but they were farting around and discovered this path to this place. As they were doing some work up there, they were farting around, and somebody went for a walk, and one of the architects, hey, look, cobblestones. So they brought a team down here and found this big giant path down the hill to this house. So they think this was a larger house, maybe the farm manager guy at the time. So anyway, I got a stipend off of that too. So a little residual income coming in from stuff. Yeah, you can cut across the grass. Is what you're supposed to do. There were supposed to be signs up, but they weren't. They didn't get put up. So anyhow, that's what's going on. Now I got onions over here. that I got to figure out how to harvest. No, I'm on the wrong side of the road again. I'm American, sorry. Onions aren't that profitable, I don't think. I mean, they're not making that much money. PDA open up here. They're only making 300. I mean, it's better than wheat. Well, wheat's up. Wheat prices have gone up, but they're supposed to be up, you know, in the 700s. But onions, you know, they're looking to kind of bottom out. But in June, they're really high. So they you know, harvest them. Let's see, when do we harvest onions? Are they ready to harvest? Yeah, they're ready to harvest now. So if I harvest them now and store them, you know, I could get some good money for it. But I don't know whether it's worth the investment in the expensive equipment, because the machine to do it all is like a beet machine. So it's like, you know, 190,000. So I got a guy that's got one down the road. He said I can borrow his. So that's the plan. I'm gonna borrow it, and then we'll see what we get off the field. And if we get a substantial amount, then yeah, we might go ahead and replant that onion. So we'll see. All right. Well, that's what's going on. We're gonna cut some rice. See you later. Hey, campers. So obviously I'm not in a Massey Ferguson anymore. The rotor, which is the part of the system that thrashes the grain, well, it's wore out. It needs complete replacement. So it's sitting over there. I'm contemplating on whether to replace it or not. So I went and talked to my buddy Franklin, not Frank, my new buddy. He's a farmer down the road. He's the guy I was talking to about borrowing his onion harvester. I went and asked him if I could borrow his combine. So I am running a borrowed S90 or 790. Yeah. 790. He's got a giant header on it. It's a nice combine. Sure makes quick work of this field. Damn it. Talking and driving again. So we took one truck and trailer load in so far. I got about $72,000 on that, so that's good. I need to purchase more equipment. I got a call from Craig, who has issued payment to the stonemasons in the quarry. So he paid the quarry and he paid the stonemasons in advance some money, and I'm supposed to round up some masons to go out and start working on the castle. So as soon as I'm done with rice harvest, I'll get that arranged, and I'm supposed to set up some kind of area for them. So they can finish cutting stone and all that good stuff. Which has made the Historical Society excited when I called to tell them we were going to start setting up, and they would have to rope off the construction area for the tourists. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So as soon as I take this load in, I'm going to go, there's a gate over there, goes to the other field. I'm going to have to take the gate out and widen the entrance. Because, shit, now it's raining. Because it is not going to be big enough to get the combine out. It barely fit through this gate. I'm going to drop the trailer off. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Get this before it gets too wet. Now that it's raining, I might go up and take a look at that. So, alrighty, we'll see you later. Well, since it's raining, I thought maybe I'd go fishing. So I rented this boat. Bought a fishing pole. Asked somebody where the best fishing spot was, and they said over by the castle, outside of the bay, or over by the lighthouse, which is way straight over there. So we're going to try our luck over here. Puppy all going here. I'm not a very good fisherman, but fish go away. Well, we got a bite. See what these fancy fishing glasses tell me. How it's caught or not. Come on, fish. Alright, sell it. $100. Throw that in the cooler. We'll sell him when we get back up there. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. See you later.